What's up guys? Welcome to my channel. Today I would like to share with you guys how to customize the configuration of the Zeekr 007. So I have just placed my order for this car a few days ago and now I have been waiting for the delivery. The dealer told me that this car would arrive in February. So by then I will give you guys a very detailed review video. So today let's talk about the different setups of this vehicle, shall we? Okay, so we can see that this car, it has a rear wheel drive, which starts from $209,000 or $210,000, not dollars, yuan. And that is about $30,000, and that's the entry level model. And the one I have got for myself is actually the four wheels drive version. Okay, so they have different specs, and this is the rear wheel drive. We can see that goes from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 5.6 seconds. And for this one, we can see the difference between the cars. It has the LiDAR here, and now this car has two NVIDIA Orin X chips for autonomous driving. And this is the performance version, which is four-wheel drive, and it goes from 0 to 100 in 3.8 seconds. And this is the four-wheel drive version with the LiDAR and autonomous driving capabilities. So that's the basically difference. So this is 30,000 yuan more expensive than this one. And for myself, I don't have much need for autonomous driving. I like driving myself, so that is why I only choose this performance version here. And this is the top of the line performance version. So this one is sold at almost 300,000. And personally, I'm not really a big fan of the look of this car, so that's why I didn't choose it. But as you can see, this car has forged carbon fiber front, and this is very different from the other versions. It has the spoilers. It's made of carbon fiber as well. It even have a diffuser here, which is extendable, and you can control it in the car. All right. But for the top of the line performance version, it only has the yellow color, so that is something I don't like. Okay, so the one I have chosen for myself is the four-wheel drive version, but I really suggest to upgrade the battery from 75 kilowatt hour package to 100 kilowatt hour package. So this would give you a longer range. So we can see that for the 75 kilowatt hour battery, the range is 616 kilometers for CLTC, but after upgraded to the 100 kilowatt hour package, it can go up to 770 kilometers. Okay, and also the acceleration is faster. It reduces from 3.8 seconds to 100 kilometers an hour to 3.5 seconds. Okay, the power it stays the same, 475 kilometers an hour. So I'm assuming that the 100 kilowatt hour battery has more energy output than the 75 kilowatt hour battery. And these two batteries, they are different because this one is produced by Zeekr themselves. However, this one is produced by CATL, so CATL. So this one is a battery manufacturer that supply its batteries to a lot of car makers, including Tesla and other bunch of car makers out there. Okay, so personally I have upgraded to this one. And the cost right now, so before January 31st, it only cost 20,000 more to get this. And that is 20,000 yuan for another 25 kilowatt hours of energy. And I think it's a great deal. I just encourage all of you to get it. Okay, and in terms of the color I have chosen for myself is black. Okay, and here is why. Because there is a huge front screen here as wide as 90 inches. But personally, I don't like gimmicks like that. I think it's just too much, right? It's just too much. I think a black look would give it a very clean shape and lines, and it can help all these lines between the doors and all these panel gaps look quite smaller than other colors. If we take a look at white, so you can see these lines and gaps, they are much more pronounced than when the body is black. And right now, these two color, so normally they charge 8,000 more for the two-tone color. You see the roof line here, it's silver, and the rear mirror it's silver as well. But currently, if you place your order before January 31st, you can get them for free. But still, I prefer the all black look. And you guys can take a look at all these different colors and leave your comment and see which one is your favorite. Okay, so that's for the color. And now we can move on to the wheels. It has three different sets, three different wheels we can choose. The first two, they are all 19-inch wheels, but these wheels, they are cast wheels, they're not forged. So personally, I strongly recommend you guys to choose the 20-inch forged aluminum alloy wheels because they are forged. We know that forged wheels are much more expensive than casted wheels, and it not only has the upgrades of the four wheels, but at the same time we can see that the brakes are different. So if we choose this one, you see the brake pads, it's not you don't see any holes on them. But if you upgrade to this one, the brakes are larger and the calipers are different as well. So I know that the calipers are provided by Akebono, and Akebono is a Japanese brake manufacturer that provides high quality brakes and calipers, braking system to a lot of luxurious brands such as Porsche and Audi. So actually for only 16,000 yuan, and you can upgrade to this performance brakes, I think that's really good. It has 4 pistons, and we can see the disc itself, it has holes on it. So basically the disc is provided by Brembo. So it's really rare to see a car with this price tag, which is only 265,000 yuan, which is less than $40,000, with such great performance brakes and wheels. Okay, and for the interior, it has 2 different colors. You can either choose white or black. So personally, I prefer black seats because if you like wearing jeans, your jeans are definitely going to leave the stain on the white seats. So that is why I prefer the black seats. And I have personally test drive the car. I mean, it's just fantastic. All the front seats, they're cooled and heated at the same time. They can even give you massage to your back, and it is ventilated as well. This is amazing. And the screen itself, it can tilt to the left to the driver or to the right to the passenger or stay in the middle. That's just up to you. Okay. And this car has a 21 speaker sound system with a power output of 1,200 watts. That's just simply amazing. It's very difficult to see a car at this price point offering such great level of sound performance. Okay, and I tried that. It works like a charm. I mean, it's a similar level to Mercedes, at least like an E-Class with the top of the line sound system equipped, and it can support the Dolby Atmos 7.4.1 channel sound, so which is just amazing. And we can see there are some quick buttons here, and basically if you press them for hold them for 1 second or 2, and you can you can open the tailgate or do some like really quick access to the frequently used functions. Okay, and there are two wireless charging for your phones, and it can support up to 50 watt of fast wireless charging. And there are even vents here. It can blow at your phone to cool your phone down during wireless charging. And you can change the color of the tone of the light, the ambient light. Personally, I prefer to set it to all white because I think looks more decent, rather than red or blue. It just doesn't look so good in my eyes. All right, and for this, the other upgrades you can choose. The first one is the autonomous doors. So if you choose autonomous doors, and we go back to the car again, and you're not going to see the car handles here. So basically you just press the button and the door will open automatically. It even has built-in radars in the doors, so it can sense an obstacle, so it will not just hit on the obstacle itself. But for me, I don't think this is necessary. I didn't choose it. And also they call this the Stargate thing. It's like a huge monitor that you can interact with people outside the car, and that's also not something I would like to choose, so I didn't choose that. And this is the technology package covering the 21 speaker sound system. It's already included in the price. And the comfort suite is for the rear two seats to have them warmed and not, I think it's only warmed and not cooled seats, okay? But still the price is already included. And you can also opt to, include the price of a charging station at your place. So the only difference is the length of the wires. It's either 50 meters or 30 meters, okay? And then comes the software. So without the LiDAR, this car can do, I think that's L2 level of lane keeping and driving assistance. So it's not autonomous. It cannot go to L3 or L4, but I believe with LiDAR and stuff, you can, eventually with OTA upgrading, this car can do L3 or even L4 level autonomous driving. But as a driving enthusiast, I'm not really digging into into those features. All right. So basically, this is the car I have chosen for myself. We can slide it to the left, to the right, so we can take a better look of the car and to really appreciate the design of it. I really like the design of the car for several reasons. Firstly, it doesn't have any frames of the doors, so it's a frameless window. And it has a frunk, but sadly, the frunk is not as big as a Tesla Model 3, okay? And I really like the designs of the frunk and the trunk, because you see the tailgate, it opens all together. So normally we see a car, it has, the carvings like this. So it will break the braking light trims, into 3 different parts. But for this, it just opens all together, which not only gives you a wider access, but at the same time, it's more integrated in terms of the brake light design. Okay, and you can open the doors, you can see what it likes. Personally, I really dig this car, and I'm waiting for its delivery in February. The other day I tried it. It goes from 0 to 100 in merely 3.5 seconds, and that really gives you a lot of thrills when you press on the gas pedal. I shouldn't say it's a gas pedal. It's more like an electric pedal. All right. So this is pretty much about the car. I think it is such a strong opponent compared to the Tesla Model 3. I think it's kind of unfair to compare this car to a Tesla Model 3 simply because this car should, it's kind of like a model between a Model 3 and a Model S, because the battery size is 100 kilowatt hour compared to Model 3, which is only 66. So the car is much bigger, the battery is much bigger, the range is much longer, but it's actually sold at almost the same price as a Tesla Model 3 with much more performance. So I have no idea how Zeekr has managed to, make the price so low, but thankfully they can still make money because what I heard is that they're going to launch their IPO so in February or March. So by then, I'm sure I will, buy in some of their stocks. So I'm not a sales guy. But if I am a salesperson, I would only, sell the thing that I would personally buy and use myself. So this car, I have already placed my order and paid 5,000 deposit for this car. And I really hope there would be more people who can, enjoy the performance and the ride quality of this car. And honestly, as a Chinese person, there are not, this is one of the areas I can really feel proud of my country, or the companies in China, because with such fierce competition of the EV market, like the products in China are miles ahead compared to the American or European markets. So I think this is really something. I think like when Model 3 came into being a few years ago, especially for the performance version, people say it has democratized the performance of performance vehicles. And I think this is a further step to make more people to have the right to enjoy the performance that usually only very few people could have. And I think people who have spent, millions, like people who have bought a Ferrari or a Lamborghini to achieve a 0 to 100 in, sub 4 seconds, like 3.5 seconds, they would be really pissed off to see that a car less than $40,000 can do that, because this basically takes the privilege from them. They're not the only people who can enjoy such performance. A regular folk like you and me can have an access to this kind of performance. So this is what I'm really excited about. So that's pretty much all for this video, and thank you for watching. I will deliver a video in like a detailed review of this in English once I got my car in February. Okay, goodbye.